She never tells me to exercise. We always get extra fast, and you know the sex is fire. Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back. I hope you're all keeping well. So today I thought I would sit down and film a part 2 to the revealing your sex secrets, because we all thoroughly enjoyed the last one, and I am in desperate need of a laugh and in desperate need of a smile being put on my face today. So that is what we are going to be doing, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to dive it on in because I have no time to waste. I need these laughs and I need these smiles, and I need them now because my energy levels are dropping by the second. So the first one we have is, first time I gave a blowjob, I thought it would be sexy to run my teeth along his dick. He disagreed. Well, he would disagree. Would you like somebody running their teeth along your clit? I don't think you would, my darling. I don't think you would. But yeah, top tip, when it comes to blowjobs, keep the teeth in the mouth. We don't want teeth. Out of 18 people I've slept with, 4 have actually managed to make me finish. LOL. Girl, where are these 4? Where are these 4 at? 4 out of 18. I mean, you're not doing too bad. Do you want to know how many people have ever made me finish? Do you want to know? One person. One goddamn person. I saw this really funny thing on TikTok recently, and it was like, bodies only count in your body count if they make you finish. So in that case, your girl's only slept with one person, you know? And I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about that. But who needs somebody else to make you finish when we've got the Lelo Soria wave? I mean, like, just let me show you. Like, do we really need a partner's fingers? Or anything else for that matter? So that brings me on to today's sponsor, which is Lelo. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with Lelo because I have mentioned them a bunch of times by now. My all-time favourite sex toy brand by miles. So this is the Lelo Soria Wave, and it is a rabbit vibrator. And for any of my ladies who have also recently joined the singles club, this is all we need. This is all we need, because honey, they're not making us finish anyway. Why are we crying over somebody who never even made us finish? The Soria Wave will never leave us at that cliffhanger. Like, do you know when you're so close to having an orgasm but you're still so far away? That he's never going to do that to us. So the sculpted tip surges in like a come hither motion like no other vibrator, as I showed you guys. I am in actual awe of this vibrator. Like, I thought Lelo's toys were incredible before, but this just takes the hat. Like, it moves. It moves! Like, can you be dealing like that? Is just unbelievable. So this actually uses wave motion technology, and I've never had a vibrator that uses wave motion technology, and let me say, I am a big fan of the wave motion technology. It comes alive. It literally comes alive. It's also made out of extra soft silicone, which is super smooth to touch, and it is body safe and also super hygienic, and it is also waterproof like all of Lelo's vibrators. We love that about Lelo, because we don't have to worry about where we're going to do our business, because we can do it while we're showering or having our bath. So multitasking at its finest. And this is also a USB charging one, so you don't need batteries or anything. You just charge it in with the little wire, which is super handy and great for the environment as well. I genuinely feel like they've thought about everything with this toy. Like, you've got the clitoral and G-spot stimulation, and then you've also got the come hither motion. Like, can we be dealing? And then this also has 12 settings as well. The different settings are actually so important because we all like different rhythms, we all like different pressure, so it just means that there's something for us all. So to my ladies whose partners aren't putting in the time we need to have our needs met, first of all, I dump his ass, get rid, and second of all, get yourself one of these. As I said, never going to let you down. But thank you so much, Lelo, for collaborating with me on today's video. And I'll leave a link down below in the description box if you would like to check this bad boy out. I could not recommend it enough. He is come hithering. It's come hithering. I'm so sick of the orgasm gap that exists in this day and age. Like, it's so ridiculous. Like, why are our orgasms not as important to men as their orgasms are to us? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, someone actually said to me, they were like, so you wanna have an orgasm every time, do you? Like, well, yes, like, please, that would be great. Aren't you having one every time? Like, these boys' minds, I just don't don't understand them. It's like they just, oh, don't get me started. It's literally a video for another day. I once wiped this boy's stringy semen on his school blazer and he wore it to school for days. I love this stringy, like the emphasis on the word stringy. Ew, that word just gives me goosebumps. Stringy. Stop. When I was 16, we didn't have a condom and genuinely thought a Mars bar rapper would do. A Mars bar rapper? Oh my god. That would have been so painful for both of you. Like, both of you. Because if you think about, like, the likes of a Mars bar rapper, if you, like, peel off a piece of the wrapper, it will go really sharp and pointy. Don't do... No. When I lost my virginity, the guy ejaculated on my face and got it in my eye. I got pink eye. Stop. Your first time. Like, your first time. I want to know where he was going, wanting to ejaculate on your face on your first time. Like, could he have not have waited for maybe like the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time to do that? Like, couldn't he have just like eased you into it? Like, it's a bit adventurous for your first time. I mean, it's happened to us all, hasn't it? What I will say though is it's not as sexy as porn makes it look. Actually, nothing is as sexy as porn makes it look. Porn is a film, you know. When we get to real life, we get pink-eyed. Like, them bitches be getting pink-eyed too, but you're just not seeing it on the camera. My ex broke up with me because I didn't want anal sex. We love to see the trash taking itself out so you, honey, don't have to worry your pretty little head about taking that trash out. Because pretty women like you shouldn't have to take the trash out. But trash should take the trash out. And that's exactly what he did. Well done. Well done. Bravo. That is just crazy to me. Like, that is just absolutely crazy. Crazy. Oh, I love this. I pooped on my boyfriend the first time we did anal at 14. 6 years later, and he still hasn't ran. That is a real man. He hasn't ran. That's a real man. I've had sex with 3 guys in one day. None of them knew about each other. Stop. That is what we call a bad bitch. But, real question, who was best? Like, who was best? How did you... I lost my virginity in a Portaloo at a festival and got chlamydia in the process at 16. That is just what you call just bad luck. There is no other way to explain what has happened to you there other than just bad luck. Portaloo and chlamydia. My heart actually goes out to you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. But I'm going to be your big sister for a second and say, always use protection. You don't know where these people have been. You don't know. You have no idea. You've got to take care of yourself. And not with a Mars bar wrapper. Preferably a condom. One time I was giving a guy head and he accidentally came in my ear. How does somebody, like, okay, you're here, how does that get from there to there? Oh my god, that is priceless. Me and my ex were using a vibrator. His dog heard, came in, he thought it was a chew toy. Oh my god. Dirty talk turns me on and doesn't make me cringe. Does dirty talk actually make people cringe? I didn't know dirty talk made people cringe because I'm a huge fan of dirty talk. Like, I need to be mentally turned on, like, you know, before anything is going to happen. Like, if I'm not mentally turned on, goodbye. God bless and goodbye. I had sex with my best friend mom's boyfriend. So your best friend's mum's boyfriend. Stop. He was 34 and I was 20 at the time. Dare I say it? You're obviously not a very good friend. Like, you are getting in the way of your best friend's family. Baby girl, what are you doing? My first boyfriend and I used cling film as a condom as we didn't have one handy. What is it with you guys? You guys are just mad using anything other than a condom. Cling film. Cling film. Do you know the way when you wrap something in cling film, it like really suffocates it? That must have been very painful for your boyfriend at the time because he probably couldn't even feel it. And like, I'd say his his blood flow wasn't flowing. The flow wasn't flowing.
I actually called out the wrong name by total mistake a few years ago. Mortified. I feel like so many people have done this. I did this one time and they didn't even notice. So I just feel like I was really lucky, but I like caught myself mid-word. So just say their name was Couch. I was like, cow, and then quickly changed it. So just say it was couch to door. I was like, cow, door. Let's just say I was ready for it to be over then. It was one of them moments where I was just staring at the ceiling like, can this please end? Can this please end? Can this please end? My confession is that at the start of the year, me and my boyfriend went to Prague with a group of our friends. Me and him decided to go to the sex shop and try out some fluffy handcuffs, you know. Anyway, when we were leaving, I stuffed them into my suitcase, and when we got through to security in the airport, I was stopped and they searched my suitcase and pulled out the fluffy handcuffs. One of my friends is my boyfriend's cousin, and she saw the security man pulling out the fluffy handcuffs. When I say I was so mortified, I mean I was so mortified as half the airport saw my fluffy handcuffs. Do you know what? I'd say working as an airport security is such an amusing job. Like, I'd say the things you find and then also people's reactions, like it would just make your day. Like if you were going in a bad mood, you can be sure that something's going to happen that day to put a huge smile on your face. I have heard some mad stories about people in airports with sex toys and vibrators and dildos and handcuffs and all. I love it. So we've been together then for like a month or so. I didn't know his parents much. I've seen them maybe once or twice. We home alone, so you know. Then his mum called and said she'd be home in 5 minutes, so we freaked out, started to get dressed in a rush. She came home and sat on his bed in his bedroom. We talking for like 10 minutes or so. He noticed that the condom we were using is laying in the middle of the bed, completely noticeable, so there's no way that she could have missed it. I could not look in her eyes for so long. That is, do you know them moments where you're like, oh, that was such a close one, to then be like, shit, like you forget something, like you think you've just gotten through it, like you've not gotten caught, and then there's just something like a big red flag telling the whole world what has just happened. He was on top of me and I wanted to switch it up and surprise him by getting on top, but when I tried to do the old switcheroo, my oh so graceful self pulled him down right onto my elbow and his lip was busted and started bleeding. I immediately started apologising and found a towel to wipe off his blood. After he was all cleaned up, I gave a little peck on the other side of his lip that had not been bleeding in order to say sorry, but he freaked out and said, "Did you just kiss my blood? Oh my god, did you lick it? Are you sucking up my blood?" He told me I was a bad omen, drove me home and never talked to me again. He never talked to you again? I thought this was going to be like your boyfriend or something. That's a bit... Jeez, he took that really badly, didn't he? Like, if that was me, I would have just found that really funny. Like, obviously, I would have felt really bad if I hurt them, but to be like, "Oh, are you sucking up my blood?" Like, what? Me and my ex-boyfriend once couldn't find the condom anymore that we'd used after he'd thrown it on the floor. We searched everywhere, but it was nowhere. A few days later, it turned out his dog had eaten it and had pooped it out. How does that even look? How does a pooped out condom even look? Is it still intact? Is it still whole? My boyfriend was hitting it from the back and he tried to move me more to the edge of the bed, but I thought he wanted me to be up just on my knees, so I whipped my head back, which nailed him right in the nose. That caused him to have a bloody nose, and he was asking me to help him get a tissue or something, but I couldn't because my hands were behind me, back in rope handcuffs. I kept telling him I couldn't help and he didn't understand why, but then he remembered the handcuffs. LMAO. So many injuries occur during sex. Like, it's actually crazy. Like, we're just trying to have a good time. What I find so funny is that I can see that scenario so clearly. Like, I know exactly what you were trying to do. Like, you were trying to make life a little bit easier for him, and then it all just backfired. Like, that little movement getting up on your knees. So my boyfriend and I were in his room having sex, and just when he came, his grandma tried to come in his room. All I got to say is, "Thank God for door locks, Jesus." Then he got dressed while his grandma was screaming at him to unlock it, and I had to hide behind the door. Haha, oopsie. I love that. I can just imagine, like, do you know grannies? Like, grannies are great, like, at the door, like, "John, will you open this goddamn door? What are you doing in there?" And he was just, like, scrambling, like... So I went home with this guy, you know, a friend through a friend. Long story short, we started to fool around. He then tried to put his fingers in my bum and I was like, no, what the hell are you doing? I pushed myself off him, grabbed my clothes and left. Then a few days later, I was having breakfast with some friends and guess one fucking time who was there? Yep, him. Sitting there with his freaking bread with cheese. God damn it. I love how you put that he was sitting there with his bread and cheese. Like, that was such an important part of the story. His bread and cheese. Do you know what I find mad is the fact that, like, one thing could be such a turn off and an absolute no-go zone for some people, and then for other people that could be like what they need, like a must do in the bedroom. Do you know, like with the finger in the bum, like some people just love that, me, and then some people just hate that. Why do I expose myself like this in videos? And on that note, I think we're going to leave it here for today's video. Make sure to check out the link below if you would like to invest in the Lelo Soria wave, and also follow me on Instagram if you want to get involved in these kinds of videos in the future. But thank you so much for watching, friends. I love you all so very much and I cannot wait to see you all in my next video. Bye bye, friends.